Browns continue preparations for the Bengals here on a Friday. It is actually their Thursday as they prepare for this Monday night football game coming up at FirstEnergy Stadium. And Mary Kay, the big story, of course, today over everything was Ja'Marr Chase. He is likely not playing on Monday night with that hip injury, could be headed to injured reserve. And Greg Newsome and Martin Emerson both spoke today, and they were a little disappointed they don't get to go against Chase, especially with him heating up.
Yeah, what blockbuster news got dropped on us yesterday when we all found out that Ja'Marr Chase, the biggest weapon the Bengals have, isn't going to play in this game because of that hip injury. And as you mentioned, Greg Newsome said he was ticked about it, and Martin Emerson is bummed too. Those guys really wanted to face Ja'Marr Chase. They wanted the best of the best. And as a lot of people remember, Ja'Marr Chase, on a podcast in the offseason had some things to say about going up against the Browns cornerbacks, including saying that Greg Newsome was not elite. So these guys really wanted to have their day against him. But of course, we all know that the Bengals still have plenty of good receivers.
Yeah, Ashley, it doesn't make it, it makes it easier, but it doesn't make it necessarily easy to have to face this high-powered offense without Chase.
Right, because they still have T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, who have had great years in their own right so far. This is really what makes this Bengals offense go. And of course, we know their offense has changed over the last couple weeks, especially they're running a lot more out of the shotgun, and that passing game looks a lot sharper. It's still going to be a really tough assignment for these Browns defensive backs, and they know that, so I think that's good for them going into it.
Now, it's not just the Bengals dealing with some injury issues, but the Browns as well. Denzel Ward still not out of practice today as he is in the concussion protocol. Myles Garrett did not practice for the second straight day. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah did not practice for the second straight day. So Mary Kay, yes, the Bengals are dealing with their own injury issues, but the Browns have some key defensive players we've got to keep an eye on.
Yeah, absolutely. And good for them that they have an extra day, because if this was a normal Friday, a normal Sunday game, you would have to think that some of these guys were absolutely not going to play. But I think Myles has a good chance of playing. I think Jeremiah probably has a decent chance of playing. We don't know about that one for sure yet. Denzel, those concussions are always day to day, and nobody knows how that's going to go except for the neurologists who have to clear them. So I suppose there is still a chance for Denzel, but the fact that he hasn't practiced in a long, long time, it's not looking good right now. But once again, no Ja'Marr, no Denzel. It sort of cancels it out a little bit.
Yeah, I guess if you're going to have to play without your top cornerback, Ashley, not having Ja'Marr helps, but with the concussions, it gets late fast with these things, and it is concerning he wasn't out there today.
Right, and you don't want to rush a guy back, especially with a concussion. In any injury circumstance, but especially this one. But I do think, last year you think about the big impact Denzel Ward had against the Bengals. I think that 99-yard pick six on the Bengals opening drive changed the game for Cleveland when they got that big 41-16 win down in Cincinnati. So it definitely wouldn't hurt if he's back, but like you said, Dan, I think at this rate it might not be trending in the best possible direction for him to make his return on Monday night.
All right, Browns and Bengals facing off Monday night, FirstEnergy Stadium on Halloween. How about that? A little brown and orange matchup for Halloween. And we will cover it all at cleveland.com and at cleveland.com/Bengals and cleveland.com/Browns, I should say. Left that out the first time.